You know I demand payment.
I brought payment. Look. An undead monkey. Top that.
I couldn't help it. I wonder if they miss him. Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on the video. And thank you for joining me in this discussion that I'm going to be having about Johnny Depp's best, worst, and most underrated work, in my opinion. So, I noticed that this segment is getting some traction, so I kind of like it myself. I have some fun doing it, and it also allows me to take a look at the actor's filmography, and to get to watch a couple of their movies that I've never seen before also, in order to give this, I don't know, assessment, I guess, a fair shake. And yeah, as you can tell from the intro and the title of this video, we're going to be talking about Johnny Depp, as I mentioned. And I was surprised when I looked into Johnny Depp, because there were a ton of movies that I haven't seen from this guy. I had no idea his track record was so extensive. I mean, I knew about the 21 Jump Streets and, you know, his eccentric roles like Sweeney Todd, Edward Scissorhands, obviously, you know, his pirate role, and all those movies where he's very special. So, what I want to do for this video is I always try to pick something that's a little bit different, and to stay true to myself, to stay honest with myself and what I think is a person's best role. And also, while looking into this, I listened to a little bit of Johnny Depp's music, and the man is talented when it comes to his music also. Like, he's quite talented with the guitar and his voice. So if you haven't heard him sing, go check it out. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the reason why we're all here. So, always like to start off with what I think is my my best movie, the movie that I enjoyed the most. I have to give the honorable mention to Captain Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean. It is probably his most renowned role, and it's why people probably know him now more than anything else he's done in the past. However, for me personally, my favorite movie of Mr. Depp is Donnie Brasco. So, it was funny, when I was doing this video, I realized that I really like it when I can watch a movie and I no longer see the actor, but I see the character they're trying to portray, which is, you know, what everyone is looking for when they're trying to enjoy any piece of entertainment. And Donnie Brasco, for me, was one of those movies where I didn't see Johnny Depp. I didn't see the eccentric or the quirky side of Johnny Depp come out, you know. No, he played an FBI agent who was undercover trying to infiltrate the mob, and he played it really well. And of course, the supporting cast always helps in my discussions about these videos. So I mean, he's right there alongside with Al Pacino, and it's just such a good ride from beginning to end, based on a true story. You get to see the regular everyday cop inside of him. You get to see him join the mafia and start to care about these characters in the mafia. And then you get to see how he tries to balance his work-life situation and how he feels at the end of everything, when everything goes down. And he really captivates the character so well. I'm just trying to remember their name right now. And yeah, I feel stupid because it's Donnie Brasco. But I think his character, his actual name was Joe something. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Donnie Brasco, please go ahead and take a look, because it's really, in my opinion, one of his best roles, and a lot of fun to watch. If you don't like mob movies, it might not be for you, but it's not like Goodfellas or Casino or like all those other mob movies where it's like extremely graphic or raw, so to speak, and that kind of stuff. So, because don't forget, he plays an undercover FBI agent, so he's still one of the good guys. So, yeah, Donnie Brasco. And from there, going to be moving on from his best work to what I consider to be his worst work, or my least favorite movie of his. It was one of his, I don't want to say recent, because the movie's sneaking up on 10 years old now. And to some people who are, you know, movie savvy and that kind of stuff, it might not be a surprise that Mordecai was really a big letdown, because when I watched it, it was very lackluster, and I noticed that I say a lot that the actor was phoning it in, or he wasn't, he didn't care, but this is the opposite. He was a little too involved in his acting style in this one. He was a little over the top, honestly. Throughout most of the movie, some of the jokes kind of fell flat with me. I think they were trying to pull a type of Snatch situation, and it really fell flat. I didn't really enjoy this movie at all. I thought it was quite boring. And you know what? It's weird, because despite his overacting, it was still somewhat entertaining to see him on screen. He was the best part about the movie, obviously. But yeah, Mordecai, I think you can skip it. Or if you want, go ahead and look up the best scenes, I guess. But I wouldn't give it more than that, to be honest. And last but not least, one of the movies that I would consider to be his most underrated role, a movie that I don't hear enough people talk about, is a movie called Public Enemies. It came out in 2009, and it's the story of John Dillinger. The notorious gangster who robbed banks, that kind of stuff. He's kind of like the Robin Hood of the 30s, steal from the rich, don't steal from the poor. Well, at least that's how the movie paints it. How it went down in real life, I have no idea. But once again, in this movie, the supporting cast really helps. Christian Bale is playing opposite him. And also the director, Michael Mann. I love Michael Mann's work. I think Michael Mann's a fantastic director. Heat, Collateral, and now Public Enemies and all that stuff. I think he does fantastic work. We won't talk about Miami Vice. 100% Public Enemies, to me, was his most underrated role. He embodied the character of John Dillinger so well that, once again, on screen, I didn't see Johnny Depp. I saw John Dillinger, and I saw the man who was overconfident, the man who wanted to separate himself from a certain class of society, but he also wanted to be wealthy. He just did it so well. So if you haven't had a chance to take a look at Public Enemies, please give it a chance, because it's one of his best movie easily, and it's a bit gut-wrenching to see how the story develops and how it ends up, if you don't know the story of John Dillinger. So that's all I got for you guys today. In my opinion, those are his best, worst, and most underrated works. In the comments, please let me know if you agree or if you disagree. Let me know what your favorites were, or your worst, or your most underrated. If you like what you saw, please go ahead and leave a like. And also, any suggestions that you guys may have of anything that you want me to take a look at, please go ahead and leave it in the comments also. I'll be more than happy to go over any filmography of any actor or actress. And thanks for clicking on the video again. I'll catch you guys next time.